Hello everyone, Blugoblin here for my latest comic book review for the ending of March and beginning of April 2010. I apologize for being late, but excuse me. Man, I'm feeling weird. I feel like something's pulling me or something. What the hell? Arkham Comics? How the hell did I get here? What the hell is going on?
Blugoblin, your destiny awaits.
How the hell did you get here? All the hell with it. Let's just go ahead and roll with this. Cue the intro. Hello and all, Blugoblin here with a very special episode of my comic book review. I decided to cap off the end of March and beginning of April 2010 with a little something different. First, before I review my books, I want to introduce my good friend. This is Mr. Ken Jackson.
How you doing?
He's the owner of this lovely establishment known as Arkham Comics. This is where I get all my comic books. So everybody give him a big thank you for helping me out. Alright, we got a lot of books to cover, so let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to start off, thank you my friend. We're going to start off with Amazing Spider-Man. This is number 627. Roger Stern, he writes a very, very good book. I'm not used to seeing Roger Stern write an Amazing Spider-Man. I'm used to seeing people like Dan Slott, people like Mark Guggenheim, or people like Joe Kelly. And Joe Kelly's been really nailing it really well with the Gauntlet. But now we're in this thing called Somebody Can Stop the Juggernaut, and it's just been a phenomenal story. I loved it. The artwork was okay. It could have been a little bit better for me, but the way the story is told, it still feels like Silver Age Spider-Man to me. And the ending of this book caught me off guard, and I was like, oh, really? I don't know. It could pay off in the end. What did you think, Ken?
Actually, I enjoyed it, and it's a very special ending.
It is a very special ending.
Someone you hadn't seen in a long time.
Very long time, and I don't like to spoil anything. I'm just saying, pick this book up and be prepared to drop your jaw. All right, what's next on there, my friend?
Fantastic Four.
You're indeed right. This is Fantastic Four 577, and y'all know me. I got to be honest. Nothing really exciting happens in this particular issue. You know, I know Jonathan Hickman does a fantastic job, no pun intended, writing this book, but all in all this is just a bunch of talking about developing a new race of Inhumans, and it looks good. It looks good how it's presented, and I still want to get the next part of the story. It's not terrible, but again it's not perfect. That's all I really need to say about it. Yeah. We got a bad one here, everybody. All right, Dark Wolverine 84. Now, I didn't read all of this book because I couldn't. I couldn't find the strength to fully read this book after I saw what I saw in the beginning. They show us what we already suspected or what we already knew about Dakin's sexual orientation, and he plants a big kiss on Bullseye. I'll go ahead and spoil that. And I didn't mind that. I can get over stuff like that. But what Bullseye does is just unforgivable to me. You know, I see Bullseye, basically just shrug it off and walk away and go fight somewhere else. I mean, that's not Bullseye. That's not what Bullseye does. Anybody who reads Bullseye in the comic books knows that he's an asshole.
He would have kicked his ass.
Oh, yes. I totally agree. You know, the writer should have written Bullseye to, do like a homophobic slur, of course, censored with asterisks and signals and everything like that. And probably, if not kill him, at least stab him with something or shoot him with an arrow or something, but he has to do absolutely nothing. It's a waste.
What do we do with waste?
What do we do with waste? Well, when I come up with bad books, I usually toss them or simply drop them, but instead, I think we should give it a good old-fashioned book burning.
All right.
All right, so
there she goes.
Look at it burn. Oh man, isn't that a beautiful sight?
I think it's well deserved.
Oh yeah, I agree, full-heartedly. What's next?
Makes it feel a little bit better. Not too much though, really.
Yeah, but I'll give it a fair chance. X-Men Second Coming, this is chapter 1. I guess it's a one-shot. Yeah, Craig, Kyle, and Chris Yost, I admired their stuff, what they did in X-Force in the beginning of that series. And I love David Finch's artwork. So I decided to give this a try. Not too much happens in this book to really thoroughly impress me. Kyle and Yost write the character of Cyclops a lot better than Matt Fraction does, in my opinion. But it's what David Finch does for the artwork that's what made me buy this book. And it just looks like a simple throwaway issue of X-Men. Nothing really jaw-dropping happens.
No, not in the story, but there are some extra stuff in there. The information pages about some of the characters.
That's true. That's true.
It is worth the buy.
It is worth the buy if you want to get the information at the end, especially concerning the cliffhanger at the end of this book. So, yeah, I guess it's still worth the buy. I'd say go ahead and pick it up if you're a die-hard X-Men fan. Casual, I don't know.
Now, that's your book.
Yeah, we got an indie book here. Tarot, Witch of the Black Rose, number 61. Yes, I'm still reading this book, and yes, I do read the stories. But for obvious reasons, the artwork.
I've read it. It's good.
It is good.
It's good.
It is good.
Love
not,
the artwork.
I love yeah, that's obvious. The artwork is clearly going to outshine the story. But that's Jim Ballin for you. He does the writing and the artwork, and of course the artwork is going to be the 90% focus of the book.
Yeah.
But we do read it, and this was nice. It's like the origin of Tarot and how she became the sword maiden to the goddess and everything. That's fine. It's just it ends on a cliffhanger, and I'm like, why would you want to have a two-parter origin story? That kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
Not necessarily. It could be so big a story that they had to put it into 2 books.
Well, that's true.
So they had to find a way to.
Because I don't think they ended this issue with will she make it out alive? And I'm like, well, no, they didn't.
They still got more of the story to tell.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like if they had ended it, if they have ended it with will she survive? And I'm like, well, of course she's going to survive. Otherwise, we wouldn't make it up to issue 61. But all in all, it's a good read, and some good stuff about Raven Hex is revealed that I was actually interested in.
Rumors, what they're billing towards on issue 100, breast reduction.
Yeah, let's see if Jim Ballin before that.
Yeah. And let's go to some DC books.
Shall we? Let's do it. Detective Comics, this is number 863. Gotta get these numbers memorized. James Williams III does wonderful artwork for the covers, but we got Jock on the interior art, and Greg Rucka is still no slouch when it comes to writing a good story concerning Batwoman. This is kind of like a past-present, take. They show you what happens in the past with Batman, and they show you what's happening in the present time with Batwoman concerning the same villain. And it's very well told, very well done. This is a series that I thoroughly recommend anybody should try. That just swept off Batwoman as like a so-called lipstick lesbian character. I mean, it's fun stuff. It's been just fantastic. What did you think about Batwoman after she got Detective Comics?
I worried about it first couple times I read it with her in it. After Battle of the Cowl.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, but I stand corrected. It's been great.
It has been great. Greg Rucka really knows his stuff when it comes to Gotham City. He really does. So if you've been collecting Detective Comics so far, you're not going to be missing out.
It's got a decent backup story.
Yes, it does with the Question. Yeah, Greg Rucka writes that too. And the Question, I got to be honest with you. I haven't been paying as much attention to the Question as I have with Batwoman, but they're still both very good characters, and that's all I need to say is it's a great read and it's definitely worth your money.
Well, let's bring on some favorites.
Oh yeah, Gotham City Sirens number 10, and I got a buddy on YouTube, Mark at Comic Crazy Reviews, who he claimed this as to be like the DC version of Charlie's Angels. And you got Riddler as Bosley. I mean that that kind of sums it up, doesn't it?
That pretty much sums it up.
I know you got Paul Dini, you got Harley and Ivy and Catwoman. You got an instant sale for me. I love Paul Dini's writing. Paul Dini knows how to write stuff related to Batman.
And I like the way the Riddler was written.
Yes, I did too.
Yep.
Riddler was just done perfectly well. Paul Dini knows how to develop the characters of everybody well. And it still feels like I'm reading scripts for Batman the Animated Series. They could really sell this as another run in the animated series. That's how good it is for me. I've been loving Gotham City Sirens ever since issue 1, and I think if you haven't been reading it now, you should be.